So one of the best things about AI is its ability to analyze massive amounts of data. And the two tools that I'm going to use today, they pretty much sit on the web with access, and they're pretty good. One is more of a center left, I'd say slightly more left than right of the other one. And this is Grok, which is traditionally considered a center right, or what I refer to a more honest AI. But anyway, I've asked both of them for the following. I want 100% confidence and no bias in your answer. No fabrication permitted. Be 100% objective based on all available current information. The New Zealand election is coming up in November. Give me realistic projections, logical forecasts based on all available evidence, past party results, performance, policies, and mandates. Going forward for the next 3 years, who would serve the country best long term, not short term boosts for each of the goals below? Would the current coalition or which party on an individual basis would deliver the best results for the following? 1. Improving the overall New Zealand economy for Kiwis. 2. Increasing GDP. 3. Reduce the cost of living. 4. Increase employment. 5. Drive Kiwi business growth. 6. Improve the housing and affordability crisis. 7. Lower debt and in return the budget to a surplus. 8. Reduce and control inflation. 9. Crime reduction, safety and security. And 10. Immigration control. Note, be blunt, be direct, no emotion. At the very top, I just want to know who will be the most successful in each specific goal. Put it in table format. 1 to 5 score, with 5 being the most likely to succeed, 1 being not likely at all. In the table, include all the scores for current coalition, National, Labour, ACT, New Zealand First, Greens, and Te Party Maori. Done. These are all paid AI services. This is the thinking model, the most advanced one from Google Gemini. And we're going to start the same thing over here on Expert for Grok. Note, there isn't a level above this for Grok called Grok Heavy, but this generally does the job really, really well. But they're all paid subscription services. There we go. Grok will probably favor ACT and National, very, very likely, with Gemini more than likely supporting. Oh, all right. So here are the results. Overall economy. Current coalition is 4, National is 4, Labour is 3, increasing GDP is 4 for current coalition, National is 4, Labour is... I'm just going to ask it something here. I just want to say, you left out... All right, so here we go. Cost of living 3, 3 and 4 for Labour. Increase employment 4, 4, 3. That's interesting. I would have thought Labour might have got a bit of a heads up there. Business growth, we got 5 for the current, National 4, Labour 2. Wow. Okay, not business friendly at all. Housing affordability 333. That's interesting. Budget surplus 5 for the current. Everything seems to mostly favor the current coalition. Budget surplus 5 for 2. Wow, they really are going to loan the living bejesus out of you. This is a left-wing AI, by the way. Control inflation 443. Crime reduction 442. Wow, that is terrible. Labour is just giving the country away. Wow. Immigration control 433. That's unusual that National is inferior to the other one. ACT and National prioritize fiscal discipline and deregulation. This approach targets GDP growth and return. Labour and Greens focus on wealth distribution and social services. These policies support low-income families during cost of living. However, high state spending often delays a budget surplus. There's the entire thing. I'm going to print it all out and attach it. And for some weird reason, I'm going to export this and see if we get this visible in sheets. Maybe it's just hidden or something. I don't know. But I can't see. See if it puts the entire thing in over here, maybe. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is the rankings for everything else. So for the economy, current coalition 4, National 4, Labour 3, Act 4, New Zealand First 3, Greens 2, Te Party Maori. Wow. GDP, Greens 1, Te Party Maori. This is the left-wing AI. Cost of living, Greens apparently 5 and Te Party Maori 5, and Labour would be the next one. Increase employment, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. Wow, they are really dragging the barrel. Business growth, 5, 4, 5 for the current coalition, 4 for National, 2 for Labour. Act is 5, 3, 1, 1. God, that's embarrassing. Housing crisis, 3, 3, 3, and then Act is 4, apparently, for improving things. New Zealand First is 2. Greens is 4 and 4. Oh, interesting. Budget surplus, 5 for the current coalition, 4 for National, 2 for Labour. Well, obviously they lend things like, or borrow money like crazy. Act would be 5. New Zealand First, all right. Inflation control, 4 for the current, 4 for National, 3 for Labour, 5 for Act. Wow, that's interesting. 3, and then, God, these two suck. God, terrible. Crime reduction. Well, these guys want to abolish prisons, so I guess that doesn't work. Greens, and then you have immigration, 4, 3, 3, 2, 5 for New Zealand First is really anti-immigration. Wow. And current coalition's at 4. There we go. That's that. All right, so let's see what this came back with. So improve, this is Grok, which is a center-right sort of AI, probably more center than anything else. Improving overall New Zealand economy for Kiwis sustainable long-term. Current is 4, National's 4, Labour 3, Act is 5. Whoa, guys, that's incredible. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. New Zealand First is 3, 2, 1. For Te Party Maori, these are they're a lost cause. Increasing GDP, we're going to have 4 for the current, 4 for National, 3 for Labour, 5 for Act, 3 for New Zealand First, 2 and 2. Reduce the cost of living, we've got 4, 4, 3, 5, 3, 2, 2. Increase employment, you got 4, 4, 3, 5 for Act. New Zealand First is 3. So New Zealand First is like the average party, whereas National's slightly better for everything. And then these are just, oh my God, they're just like the black sheep in the family. You don't even want to have them at the dinner table. That's how bad they are with their policies. And that's not me, that's the AI. And then you got 3 for the New Zealand First. You got 4 for improving affordability. 4 for National, 3 for Labour, 4 for Act, 3 for New Zealand First, 3 for Greens, and 2. Lower debt and return to budget, 4 for 2 for Labour, because they borrow money like crazy. So both the Google and this one agree that Labour are terrible at reducing debt. 5 from Act, 3 from New Zealand First, 1, 1. Reduce and control inflation is 4 from the coalition, 4 from National, 2 from Labour. So they're going to drive things up like crazy. 5 from Act, 3 from New Zealand First, 1 and 1. Crime and safety, 5 from the current coalition, 4 from National, 3 from Labour. God, they suck. It's terrible, really. 5 from Act, 4 from NZ First, 2 and 1. Immigration, 4, 3. Good God, that's a bit biased. Wow. Purist, pro-market, low-taxed, low-regulation approach maximizes growth without the coalition's compromises or left spending risks. Labour's 2023 high spending drove inflation and debt, housing and affordability. Current coalition or National Act tied at 4. RMA reforms, supply-side focus, interest deductibility, restoration, outperform. Debt surplus Act, aggressive spending cuts and fiscal discipline. Coalition, National. Crime, current coalition or Act tied at 5. Tougher sentencing, bail, police, gang focus delivered. 10, immigration control Act, New Zealand first, tied at 5. Um, wow, that's pretty good. I'm going to download these files and just make them available so that you can have a read through them each. But I mean, this is not me. It's completely unbiased. That is the opinion of a slightly left-leaning AI, which is Google. It's quite something, really, when you look at it. So we got these two here, which are rated as being where do we set the colors here? So you've got the text color here. Let's make that purple and bold. Is that the background? There we go. That's the background. We'll do that. We'll just leave that. And you got that with, there we go. That's there. That is like seriously great right there. Where else have we got 5s? There's the 5 over there. Five over there. 5 over there. There's a 5 over there for act. So yeah, it does actually, even for this inflation, wow, that's clearly something. 5 over there for the greens. That's the only one they got. What is this? Cost of living as also that's yeah, that's wow. That's quite scary actually. The reality is though, you could show people these metrics and most of them wouldn't care. They're going to vote the way they're going to vote. Simple as that. These perform absolutely horribly, these two. Wow. So the yellows are 4 and the 5s are act and looks like these two are fine. Either current coalition gets quite a lot right. ACT does a bit better on GDP, business growth, budget surplus, and inflation control. New Zealand First does pretty good on crime reduction and immigration reform. So that's that. All right. And then this over here is just, it's basically a complete sweep on the board for ACT. I would personally argue that Grok is the most balanced AI there is. It doesn't really have the influence of any left-wing sort of thing. But yeah, this even with this here, very few things regard Labour as good at anything, or Greens, or they're really bad. So these two are pretty much average, according to Grok, except for those two things. There you go. Hope you found this interesting. It's it doesn't matter if you show people the facts, though; they're still going to vote the way they do. But my God, Labour sucks for the metrics over here, as you can see. Nationals, an 80% party. Current coalition is a slightly bit above 80% party. On crime reduction, it's pretty good. New Zealand First is like the average kid, except for immigration control and crime. They're pretty similar. But as far as everything else goes, it sweeps the board. I'll add these documents to the YouTube video. There you go.